I'm Jeannie C. I'm the Chief Medical Officer at ICL. I'm also a psychiatrist. I think it goes without saying that the past year has been a real challenge for ICL as for the world. The possibility that infections could affect our clients and staff has been very scary, and we've made a lot of efforts to try to get control over the spread of COVID among our residences and shelters in particular, but also for all of the outpatients and supported housing clients we serve. In the first week of March, when we realized the seriousness of what was happening, we immediately implemented screening procedures in all of our buildings and with all of our clients. At that time, there was limited testing available, so we were very careful to do internal contact tracing and to isolate and quarantine folks who had symptoms in order to protect the people that we serve and to make our staff feel safe as well. One thing that we know is that people with schizophrenia and people with intellectual disabilities are at a much greater risk of mortality and morbidity from COVID. And so that was so important for us to control its spread among the people that we serve. So one really important thing was striking the balance for the people for whom we do home visits in terms of being able to make sure that they had enough food and supplies and medication and care, mental health care during the pandemic, while also making sure that we were not vectors of infection. It's been really important for ICL to keep all of our staff safe. We have over 1,000 staff. Many of them didn't get to do telehealth during the pandemic. They had to show up. What has never ceased to amaze me is the commitment that our staff show to the work that we do. Right now, the main push is for vaccinations.
Dr. C, how does it feel to be first to receive a vaccination at ICL?
I think one of the most exciting events during this pandemic has been our vaccination drives. That's been exciting because it was a real collaboration of our medical staff, our administrative staff, and our primary care partner to try to get as many ICL staff and clients as possible vaccinated. And it was also so relieving to know that we had something, a vaccine, that it could help us turn the corner on this pandemic and that people were coming to get it. So I think that was a moment that I'll never forget.
Good evening. I'm Mary Harrison, Chair of ICL's Board of Directors, a group of incredibly smart individuals committed to the goals and visions of a remarkably vital and important organization. On their behalf, welcome to the first annual ICL Hero Awards gathering. While we would have loved to be with you to celebrate in person, we are grateful for the technology that enables us to be with you virtually. ICL's work is extraordinary and life-changing. Through over 100 programs in neighborhoods across New York City, the Institute for Community Living helps people with serious mental health and substance abuse challenges. Some are also dealing with the realities of chronic homelessness. Before 2020, who could have imagined that we would be living through a pandemic like none seen in over a century? We needed to be there for our clients more than ever. Through hard work and unwavering commitment to the people we serve, ICL faced new challenges, discovered new opportunities, and came through it with flying colors. The lessons we learned came down to 4 simple words: courage, resilience, confidence, and generosity. The courage of our staff, the resilience of our clients, the confidence of our board, and the generosity of our friends. Our staff, aided by an incredible group of friends and supporters, kept all services open, transitioned virtually overnight to telehealth, and maintained excellence in our safety standards. Across our community, there are so many people to be grateful to. But today we honor individuals and organizations that we call heroes. While it is gratifying for any of us to be honored as a hero, there's one group that stands out above the rest: the over 10,000 people who are working with ICL to face obstacles and perhaps very dark parts in their lives in order to become healthier and have fulfilling futures. I'm especially pleased that one of our honorees represents that group, a woman who has worked with ICL to overcome her own challenges and continues to work with ICL to assist others, reflecting the strength and courage needed to deal with these issues. ICL is fortunate to be led by David Woodlock, who possesses the vision, wisdom, patience, and conviction to help us persevere and succeed. It has been a privilege to watch him build ICL into an organization able to rapidly adapt to changing circumstances and the requirements of these times. David, thank you, and the stage is yours.
Thank you, Mary, and hello, everyone. People get better with us. They're the words that follow our name, but they're much more than a tagline. These words define everything we do for the 10,000 people we take care of every year. As we prepare to return to in-person activities, taking time to step back and say thank you just felt like the right thing to do at this time. So when I think about the last 18 months, I'm reminded of the remarkable community that moved mountains to help us address the needs and the new challenges as we entered every phase of the pandemic. Without that community, we wouldn't have been able to continue to move the needle for the many, many troubled people that we care for. I'm personally grateful to the staff, our volunteers, our donors, our corporate partners, vendors, and the many, many clients for their hard work and support, not only of ICL, but of each other. I think we can all agree that frontline workers are the true heroes. And ICL, I'm proud to say, has hundreds of heroic frontline workers whose dedication and service was and is inspiring. We also have lots of clients who, despite their own challenges, worked hard to support each other. We have vendors that served as thought partners, helping us address structural challenges quickly and effectively. And our donors and volunteers who generously shared their resources and knowledge with us made it all happen. Tonight's program is our chance to celebrate just one representative from each of those four heroic categories. While deciding on the category winners was hard, it was made a little easier because these honorees shine the brightest. You're going to hear about each of the individuals and their organizations that helped ICL not only survive, but I'm very proud to say, thrive throughout all of this. You'll also hear from a couple of our very special friends. And I hope by the end of this program, you'll come away ready to have a deeper role in the ICL community. Many people these days are calling mental health the next wave of the pandemic. Whatever else we're facing in the coming months and years, please keep in mind that together we'll get through whatever we have to, as we always have. So thank you so much for joining us today. And now on to the presentation of our first ICL Hero Award.
Hello, I'm Dr. Michael McGarvey. Each time I listen to David Woodlock, I'm reminded of why I'm so in awe of ICL. Having served as chair of the ICL Board of Directors for 6 years, it's been a real privilege to witness the incredible work being done by the staff and volunteers of this organization. The mental and physical health challenges that come after more than a year of a public health crisis on the scale of the pandemic is really incalculable. That's why supporting ICL's work is critical to the well-being of our entire city. For ICL to continue to succeed, they need people with the dedication and perseverance of Mary Harrison in their corner. I met Mary many years ago, and over time, I've watched her humbly give of herself, never needing accolades or attention. She's a woman with a healthy dose of Irish genes, and I'm always dazzled by her knowledge of Irish history and culture and her pride in her Irish roots. Over dinner one night, I broached the idea of ICL board membership, and I'm delighted to say the rest is history. Today, Mary serves with distinction as chair of the ICL board. To a person, board members have come to appreciate the talent and the great Irish humor that I have always cherished. What we all respect most is Mary's ability to combine caring and compassion with action, key ingredients of a great volunteer leader, particularly at an organization as complex as ICL. Besides offering astute financial and operational insights, Mary never stops thinking about ways to bring greater recognition of the work going on at ICL. Whether it's a new funding opportunity or a photo competition that showcases ICL's work, she finds new ways for the world to get to know and to love ICL as she does. So I hope by now you understand why I feel so privileged to present this award to Mary Harrison, volunteer extraordinaire. Thank you, Mary, and congratulations.
Thank you, Mick, for those kind words. And thank you, ICL, for this wonderful honor. Believe me, it is totally unexpected, if not a little embarrassing, since I consider it to be a privilege to work with the ICL staff and alongside the smart, talented members of the board of directors. When Mick introduced me to ICL almost 10 years ago, I was impressed by their success in helping New Yorkers, challenged by emotional and substance abuse issues, manage their conditions, and remain in the communities where they lived. That last item was no mean feat, given the unmistakable message of not in my backyard. In the more than 9 years that I've served on the board, I've witnessed ICL persevere in the face of extraordinary budget constraints, ever-changing regulatory requirements, and changing community acceptance standards. I've also watched them blossom into thought leaders in the behavioral health sciences. Their whole person, trauma-informed care has been a game changer. Frankly, I cannot imagine what so many of our neighbors would do if ICL did not exist. It's easy to support an organization with my time and resources when they are so clearly and measurably making a difference. So that's why I consider it a privilege to be associated with the organization. Thank you again for this honor. I look forward to the continued success of ICL and working with them to achieve it. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Galen Gilliland, and I'm a Broadway actress appearing in shows as Wicked, Legally Blonde, and most recently on tour Mean Girls the Musical.
My name is Danny Burstein, and I'm an actor. You may know me from some Broadway or TV shows.
My name is Amra Faye Wright. I'm a Broadway actress, probably best known as the longest-running Velma Kelly in the hit musical Chicago.
My name is Ryan Silverman. I'm a Broadway actor and singer who's performed in such shows as Chicago, Phantom of the Opera, Sideshow, Passion.
My name is Marina Pyrus, and I'm a Broadway actress and a singer-songwriter.
I'm Michael X. Martin. I'm an actor and singer in New York, currently on hiatus from Wicked. Being a New Yorker, we know how living in the city can take its toll financially and emotionally.
From mental illness to housing insecurity to raising children in highly underserved communities.
It's common sense that our mental health affects our physical health and vice versa. Unfortunately, our healthcare system has not always understood that.
Thankfully, the Institute for Community Living is bringing care and connection to New York's hardest to reach families and individuals.
For more than 35 years, the Institute for Community Living has been offering services that change lives.
Housing, mental health treatment, family support. Their innovative transitional housing programs are designed to enable people living on the margins to get back on their feet and find a permanent home and a job.
ICL's services address all aspects of a person's life, helping them to make the changes needed to effectively manage daily problems and have a more productive and sustainable life.
While ICL offers some of the most innovative supportive housing programs in the country, they provide much more than shelter. Through a mix of housing, financial, and employment services, as well as mental health and health support, they ensure people have the tools to overcome serious challenges and go on to lead the most fulfilling life possible.
ICL is also a powerful advocate for those often unseen and unheard: the homeless, people living with mental illness and substance abuse, parents separated from their children.
Across the 5 boroughs, ICL is there to ensure that all New Yorkers have the chance to live a healthier and more rewarding life.
ICL does it all, but they can't do it without you.
Public funding does not support the full range of care ICL provides, nor the depth of training for staff helping those with the greatest need.
After the most challenging year in its 35-plus year history, ICL needs your help. We know that public funding cannot cover the full range and quality of care this organization offers, and private giving enhances the services and ensures greater success with people facing the most difficult challenges.
Congratulations to everyone on staff and on the board at the Institute for Community Living. Honestly, despite the challenges of last year, you have made a significant difference in the lives of so many New Yorkers.
To support them, please visit iclinc.org/support.
Once again, that's iclinc.org/support. And thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you from the entire Broadway community to everyone at ICL.
Thank you.
Thank you, ICL, for all that you do.
Hi, my name is Alyssa Nejma, and I'm the Program Director of Two Bridges Shelter. Collectively as a staff, we nominated Gisette Taylor for the ICL Hero Award because she truly has been a hero to our program. She has gone above and beyond, helping other residents go to HRA, and also worked in our boutique and organized all of our donations. We are very happy to say that she has now moved out independently into an ICL site. We are very proud of her.
I work closely with Ms. Taylor, working on a variety of different art projects with her, and we felt that she showed great promise, not only as an artist, but also as someone who's giving back into the community. She's studying to become a nurse, and we saw such potential with her and how she gave back to the residents here by working in the boutique, as well as teaching other residents how to draw. She was really skilled at that stuff, as well as providing fashion tips and advice for them.
I had the pleasure of working with Gisette from the beginning of her time at Two Bridges and see her thrive and grow throughout her stability and her recovery process. She always encouraged other clients to utilize the services here, whether it was clinical, recreational, or just meeting with their case manager. And she really was an inspiration to not only her peers, but all of the staff members, and she really deserves this award.
I'm Gisette Taylor, and I live in ICL. I've gotten through it with good friends, good company, and working at the boutique. I help style clients. I help them get their clothes looking right on them, make sure it fits nice, make sure it looks good, because I love styling clothes, I love fashion. I was able to go back to school. I'm with the LPN track. So next year I graduate as a nurse. I also love art, so like I paint and I draw and I sketch. So I did a few drawings and paintings for the upcoming art gallery. So I'm pretty excited for that. I was notified about this award that I'm receiving it, and I'm really excited and elated for it. And I want to thank ICL and Two Bridges.
Thank you again, and congratulations, Gisette. My name is Hao Wen. I'm the Chief Information Officer for ICL. It has been a great honor in the last 18 months working with David Woodlock, Mary Harrison, ICL board, and all of ICL employees. And it is my pleasure to introduce our next hero, TechScape. TechScape was brought in later part of 2019 when ICL was hit by a severe cybersecurity incidents. TechScape was in New York City. They were always available. They were 30 minutes away from our main offices. They helped us recover our infrastructure. During the recovery, TechScape helped us move to the cloud right before the pandemic. When pandemic hits, moving to the cloud proven to be very critical and beneficial to ICL. We would not have been able to provide telehealth services in place of in-person services during the pandemic. And that avoided ICL to disrupt our service to our client, and our client were the most vulnerable population during the pandemic. Throughout 2020, the relationship between TechScape and ICL grew at every turn. So I'm very grateful for the commitment of TechScape and their CEO, David Smith.
Hello and good evening. I would like to start by giving thanks to Hal and the Institute of Community Living team for honoring TechScape with this wonderful award and achievement. We are so proud to be nominated and truly appreciate everyone that has been involved with our relationship with the ICL team. Hal and I have actually known each other for 20 years when we were much earlier in our career. Hal and I have always had a great relationship, and subsequently I built TechScape in that time. So when Hal called to help with an issue at ICL, and through several months of hard work and dedication, we were successful in achieving full continuity in their critical systems. The pandemic has affected many lives, a period in time where giving and supporting to those in need is most crucial. At TechScape, we're on a mission to connect companies and nonprofits with technology solutions to build towards a better future. As one of the leading technology partners on the East Coast, we are passionate about aiding and supporting those in need with business critical technology solutions that help keep organizations safe and connected. As we continue into this year, our team will be dedicating time and resources to reinforce our communities across the East Coast. Thank you to the Institute of Community Living, and thank you to everybody that continues to support our communities.
David, thanks again and congratulations, TechScape. It is my pleasure to introduce our next hero, the Peking University Alum Association for Greater New York. Peking University Alum Association is not a for-profit organization for all the PKU alums. And we call them hero because their generosity and the philanthropy actions at the onset of the pandemic for ICL. Early in the pandemic, the protective personal equipment, also known as PPEs, were scarce and not available. Everybody in New York, including hospitals and healthcare organizations, were scrambling for supplies. At that time, the city, the state, and the federal supply were not operational at all. Peking University alums stepped up. They, in a short order, collected donation more than $100,000 in both cash and PPEs. Scores of the alums in and around New York reached out to global supply chains. They purchased tens of thousands of PPEs and shipped back to New York. They shipped the N95s, KN95 masks, protective gowns, face shields, and other PPEs to 20 large hospital and healthcare organizations in New York, including ICL. Because their donation at the early stage of the pandemic, our ICL staff, as the frontline workers who are helping most vulnerable New Yorkers at that time, allowed us to stay open and allowed us to do our work in the safest possible way at that time. And Emma Yu is the newly elected president of PKU Alum Association for Greater New York. She is an artist manager and a concert producer. She and her family currently live in Long Island, New York.
Thank you. Thank you, ICL, for this Donor Hero Award. My name is Emma Yu. I am the president of Peking University Alumni Association of Greater New York. On behalf of the PKU AAGNY, I want to say that it is our great honor to receive this award. Peking University is one of the top universities in China. PKU AAGNY is a 501c3 not-for-profit organization registered in the state of New York, serving PKU alumni within the Greater New York area. Our mission is to protect and promote the welfare of alumni, to help support the advancement of alma mater, and to serve as a platform of information exchange, mutual understanding, and collaboration between alma mater and other organizations, and between China and the US. We came here to find our ways, overcome challenges, and reach our God-given potential. One of our life's mission is to give back to our community. In that mission, at the beginning of the pandemic last year, when hospitals and local healthcare organizations were insured of PPE, as a New Yorker, we strongly felt it was our responsibility to do something within our power to help our community, as we were in this together. We initiated a fundraising event within our organization, called for our alumni to donate PPEs to Hero of every New Yorker, the frontline healthcare and social caregivers. And thanks to Hao Wang, one of our alumni, for introducing us and making the connection with ICL. We made donations in support of ICL's COVID-19 response effort to meet the need for PPE. I hope everyone could join me to thank ICL for the commitment to building a healthier community. Stay safe and be well.
Emma, once again, congratulations and thanks to you and everyone at Peking University Alumni Association of Greater New York for your generous support during such a troubling time. And to everyone, I just wanted to say thanks again for joining us today and ask you to consider supporting ICL's mission to help New Yorkers with mental health and substance abuse challenges and those living with developmental disabilities, all of whom we know can lead better lives. Your donation is going to help us transform those lives, so please click the donate button on our website and give whatever feels right. And thank you. And now I'd like to say a final thank you to the ICL staff for once again going above and beyond in 2021 to ensure that we continue to meet the needs of our clients across this city while keeping each other safe at the same time. The work you do is sometimes hard, and it's impossible to express how important you are to the very fabric of our New York City. So thank you for everything that you've done and that I'm sure you'll continue to do. And finally, everyone, if you'll stick around just a little bit longer, we'd like to introduce you to the ICL community-based programs staffed by over 1,000 amazing individuals. Thanks all, and take care.
Hi everyone, my name is Sebastian Leggett from the LA Galaxy and the US Men's National Team. Tonight we've learned about ICL and its many frontline heroes and celebrated the individuals and organizations whose efforts helped to transform a desperately bad situation into one that is manageable. Clearly, ICL is a part of the fabric of New York City, so ensuring that they continue to serve the community is important. I encourage you to support this amazing organization by participating in their online auction, which closes at 9 p.m. tonight, and sending a donation today through their website, iclinc.org, or email development@iclinc.org for other ways to donate. Thanks for joining and have a great evening.